Welcome back to Max Morning, where your well-being is our passion. Remember, if you have passion, no matter wherever you are in the world, you would succeed. Now, when we spoke about what we'll be doing today on the show, we spoke about S.T.E.M. And this time around, we have back here in studio with us Dr. Mensah. Yes, but before I even bring him up, the cameras on him, let me say this. This man owns this, non-profit organization, which is the Silicon Valley here in Ghana. And they are training, yes, let me use the word training, young Ghanaians and entire African youth in the field of technology. And as they train all these amazing men, we have the drones, which is being used to, for COVID-19 testing in Nobuchi. And above all, one of the great things that he has done with fiber optics and all of that, I think what this man has done takes civility and, of course, courage. And for myself, I believe that he deserves the Jeff Bezos Award internationally, because what he has done on the continent of Africa and how he has impacted the world is unmatched. If you are watching and you're from the Jeff Bezos Academy, please make sure that this year Dr. Mensah is rewarded. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, everyone that's watching, it's my privilege to introduce the man who's changed the course of time and for our good, Mr. Dr. Mensah. Daddy Akwaba.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning again. Good morning again.
Yeah. I appreciate what you just said, because the youth in Ghana, the youth across Africa, we want them not to be left behind other countries in technology.
All right.
Last time we met, we saw how even the youth all across Africa, they are desperate. They had to actually cross the desert and cross the sea just to get into Europe. That's risky business. But we've trained them, they were here and help the country. We don't want them to be discouraged. And Silicon Valley of Ghana is doing that.
All right.
That's very important. Even the president, Nanado, just mentioned on CNN, the great things happening in Ghana is for Twitter to come to Ghana, and then Amazon to come to Ghana, and Google AI to come to Ghana with their headquarters. Why? Because Dr. Mensah Silicon Valley is what is bringing these technological groups from Silicon Valley in the U.S. to Ghana to make their headquarters. So that's impactful. We are changing Ghana, and that's very, very important. The finance minister said the same thing on CNN. And in the budget review, he said there's skills mismatch. That means jobs are there, but the skills are not there. So Silicon Valley of Ghana is training all the youth, girls and boys, in STEM. Very, very important. Last week, the Minister of Education in Ghana invited us at Moving Pick. We take a big drone, commercial drone there, so everybody can see it. It had all the kids, all the teachers being trained. And we are putting that in the curriculum of education for Ghanaian boys and girls, all the way K through 12, all the way to university.
Wow. And that is why I said deserve the Jeff Bezos Award. So,
thank you.
Your innovation and what you're doing on the continent of Africa, especially in a beloved country, Ghana.
Yes.
All right. So what is new with you with regards to STEM? What is happening?
Well, what is happening is very, very important. Last time, you remember, we went through, but we are introducing a technology called 3D printing. You know how you need a part for your car? You go and buy it. But when you're in space, they are using 3D printing to print the part of the space shuttle. To print it.
Wow.
Yeah, and we are bringing that technology to Silicon Valley and teaching everybody. And these 3D printing, you're printing layer by layer. You print it, and we can use the printed parts even for in hospitals, ICU beds. We can put the 3D printed part in it.
Okay.
So this is very serious, very important for Ghana, both in medicine and other areas. Oh. And as I said, we don't want the whole world to move ahead, and Ghana is left behind. No way. Oh, that's really why we are working so hard that every child, no matter what they say. In fact, you saw Julia Asante say that, Dr. Mensah is one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. That's a bigger recognition that you can get anywhere. But we can't sit still when our youth have to travel, cross, and take risks to go cross over there just to go to Europe. They have to stay in Ghana. But we've got to give them skills. Oh, the youth of Ghana got to create 1 million jobs for these kids.
In order for, before Bill comes in order for we as a people to, get into this technology area, learn the skills in there and become innovative in so many areas, we have to love technology.
Yes.
We have to love. What you view with Ghana, do you see that it's something that we love? I know everybody's on cell phone here and there, but are we driven? Do we have that passion?
Yeah, we have what is called, we just love the products, technology.
Yes, but do we love inventing?
The products. Yeah. Nice, large SUV. Now we go buy it. Oh, nice cell phone. We go buy it.
Laptops.
Exactly. Laptop, we go buy it.
Okay.
But the technology to make it,
that's what we
lack. So we got to start teaching that from K through 12 all the way so that we can understand some of these things and appreciate the technology. So that we wouldn't be surprised when a kid comes up with a new idea. Yeah, we have a child who actually had come up with a new way. You know how in the hospital they put stitches on you. This little kid, 17-year-old, was able to come up with an idea where the stitches, the color of the stitches, you can turn, you can look at the color, whether there's an infection.
Wow.
That's a young kid. So once you start training the kids, they'll come up with new ideas and new things. And in Silicon Valley, what we do is promote such kids, guide them, help them, turn it into a business. We have business accelerators that we can train the kids so that they can come up with these ideas and make an impact in our hospitals, an impact in precision agriculture, an impact in drones, everywhere, in this country.
Wow.
Well, I'm very glad that now boys and girls, are given the chance to think.
Yes.
Because some years back, you were not allowed to think outside the box.
Exactly.
You have to think inside the box and do the norm you came to meet.
Yes.
And that actually held a lot of people back when it comes to creativity.
Yes.
And Silicon Valley is given the opportunity and say, look, think of anything possible or impossible. Just think, keep thinking till you make it work.
Yes.
We're coming from a background where science is not something that is attractive. Math is not something that is attractive. Engineering is not something that is attractive. And then we came to meet technology and we're like, what is this?
Yes.
Now, how are we, as a people, teachers, going to make science or engineering or maths very, very attractive and comfortable? Because some children hear of, science and they want to run. But how would that be so interesting? You go to other countries like the Chinas and all of that, and kids, it's a game. It's fun. They put things together, machines together. Before you realize it's here, we're using it as phones and everything. But how are we going to get that interest? What have they derived?
That's a good question, because in our case, baby, we want Silicon Valley as a leader in technology in Ghana to do what is called practical things.
Yes, practical.
When it's practical and they can see it and touch it. Like I said, we took a very commercial drone, big drone, so they can see it. And we show them how it works.
Sounds interesting.
Exactly. So they see it. We had about 50,000 views on Facebook alone. And everybody was watching it from South Africa to East Africa, everybody was watching it. So we're bringing these kids and we are putting that in the curriculum, which we've never done before. For the first time, we are putting like what the cover, what you have on that, the Silicon Valley, we are putting this into the so robotics and the drones. The drone is actually a robot that flies, you know. They can say, oh, wow, this is it. I can appreciate it. I can work with it. So they can touch it. They can see the work. They can understand it. They wouldn't run away from it. They would embrace it.
I think you're right, because more of the things we have studied in our schools, studied along the way, are things that are abstract.
Yes.
We can't see them.
Yes.
It's all theory, so it's not interesting. You easily forget because you don't know how it looks like.
Yes.
Okay, your school, no. Physical education, you were so happy about it because you get to engage. You get to run with your friends, you get to stretch with your friends, you get to play with your friends. So everybody likes the physical education part, where you get outside of the classroom and more practical thing than they tell you that, oh, your arm, when it goes like this, it makes a sound, crack, you know. But when you are on there and you're stretching your arm and you hear the crack, then you know, okay, so it's true. So I am very happy that a wide robotic drone, big as that, was put there for kids to see, to touch.
Yes.
And see it fly.
Yes.
So they go home, they tell their friends, yo, we saw this drone. Have you ever seen a drone before? Yes, I have. I touched it and it becomes more interesting. And you tell them it's technology. Oh, then I love technology.
Yes.
But we grew up, you know, just learning theories of technology. And then we draw them on in our books. We draw them on
label the parts,
yes,
and
because,
all that.
Because like last time we talked about, we have all these guys on our board of directors, if you remember.
Yes, yes,
and
in the middle.
One of the schools in Ghana, actually the teacher was just drawing computer on the board. So one of a board of advisors from Microsoft took computers to that school.
That's Fernando Hernandez.
Yeah, Fernando Hernandez from Microsoft. He gave them computers and said, this is what we've been drawing here. You know, turn it on. This is how actually it works.
Okay.
So that the kids can feel it, touch it, use it, type things, get results right away. And that's why we've appointed these board of advisors. Now, Alex, I tell you, you and baby, we have 5 women on our board of advisors now.
Wow.
5 women.
Strong women.
Strong women.
Right.
One is the Minister of Communication, Ursula.
Ursula Wusu.
Yes. So she's on the board, advising us. When I first came to Ghana, I said, oh, don't take him, bring him straight to our conference. So she's very good, she's very strong, and people are going to surprise. For the first time, we have Wally Funk, who comes from Jeff Bezos' company. You know, Jeff Bezos?
Yes, of course.
Yes. It's actually Blue Origin. It's a company that's doing space tourism.
Wow.
So this lady, can you believe it? She, first they were saying the U.S., you're a woman, you can't go into space. She refused to be shut down. She stayed in for 50 years. Can you believe it? And at age 82, Jeff Bezos, in his wisdom, took her to space, to the edge of space.
Oh.
And they came back. You know, as you see in one of the videos I sent you, you say Blue Origin landing, you know. And she is as I said, she's one of 5 women which we put there. They went into for space tourism. They went to the edge of space and came back. And I'm involved in all these areas, and we're happy that Wally Funk, at that age, to show that persistence pays off. You know, if you don't lose hope, you persist, you know. And she was outrunning the men when they were going to go into the space, the shuttle, the Blue Origin, all the men, she got there fast, faster than all of them, you know.
But she's wanted it all her life?
Oh, yeah, because it's what she wanted to do. So we put her on our board, representing Blue Origin. Yeah, that's her right there.
So what you're saying is that each
the
and every
astronaut?
One, yes.
Each and every one on the board is adding up a lot. They're bringing in experience
yes.
To help facilitate and assist the Silicon Valley in Ghana
yes.
excel. But now, as Baby said, we want to dwell more on practicality.
Yes.
So what is the way forward? When children come there to study, it's non-profit organization.
Yes.
Are they going to be more involved in practical...
practical things,
yes.
hands-on, things they can touch.
Dismantle,
yes.
fix, you know, Ola, can you take us through?
Yes, I mean, there are several things. You know, first we start with robotics. All the kids are going to get into robotics. Whether it's little cars that are run by themselves, and are they going to see how the robots are together? All the way to big robots like the drones I have mentioned.
Okay.
So get involved with robotics, you know, and it's more than, you know, toy cars, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. The robots will be controlled. They can control it themselves, you know. They can dismantle and put it together. You know, one of the guys in there, actually, Ashite Tribulin, he built a robot that went to Mars and brought all those pictures. So do that from Ghana. You gotta be involved in these areas.
Thank you.
Else you can't compete. And I don't want Ghana to be left so far behind, so that people are discouraged, and we are far behind. Nobody takes it serious. As I said, the president, they asked him, what is the greatest thing in Ghana? So, oh, we got Amazon, we got Twitter, we got Google AI. Why? Because Dr. Mensah, Silicon Valley, has brought all these companies to Ghana.
If we look at what is happening with our system, technology actually, you go to other countries and it's been used a lot. I can mention of the toll booth where it should be automated but still have people sitting in there, and you wake up one day and they tell you that there has been an accident and people have died. And you go to other countries and you don't find people anywhere. You just find that they are robots and their machines and technology is doing all of these. And it's working so well, smoothly. It's reliable, up to date. Why are we not, no, let me not say why are we. Are we in the future going to, you know, get all these things involved, technology, merge them?
Yeah.
You know,
automated toll booth.
It's automated toll booth.
So that you have this card on your windshield, and the camera sees that and lets you through.
And then lets you through.
Yes. You know, so all these are coming, but they are part of what Silicon Valley is training people to do. You know, as your engineering education, or civil engineering or traffic engineering, you know all these things as you grow up.
Because there's so many things that are basic that we should, you know, what Doc here is actually doing wonderful and so advanced in little things. But I fear that our country, as it is not merging technology, you know, in basic things. You know, you go to other countries and it makes the security job easier. Police will just know that you were overspeed because the camera just, you know,
picks your
license up, and they see that you find out that the speed is there. They know the speed you are on. They know everything. And all they need to do, they're just there, and then they send you your ticket, or then they just call you up. And all these things are basic, automated toll booth. So it won't matter time that you are on the road, you still get to, you know, get to and all of that. And it saves a lot of, you know, armed robbery, all that. If we cannot get it into our basic livelihood, how are we going to get into the advanced drones?
Well, basically, when a child sees a robot, can play with it. I invited Tribulino to Washington, D.C., and we're teaching these kids how to assemble these little robots. So they can grow up to be the Tribulinos, the Dr. Mensahs, and all that. And not only that, China has moved 30 million people into middle class.
Oh.
That's the entire population in
That's
Ghana.
big.
How did they do that? Through this technology. 30 million. China has done that. China is the second economic power in the world after the United States. You know, in other words, more than Germany, more than Japan, everywhere. And so we are pushing this all the way to the speed trains, the bullet train, the fast trains. So a kid will grow up, you tell, what are you going to, hey, I'm going to be a train engineer. Yeah. You see, I'm going to be a train engineer. Because if Japan is making trains, bullet trains, that work, even if there's an earthquake, their trains work. We can't be sitting in Ghana, you know.
We don't have you know,
even a moving train.
Yes,
even a moving
exactly.
A non-bullet moving train.
Yes.
You know, I kind of, you know that this is going to work because if Silicon Valley is at it and has that practicality, you know, this has to be practical, it's going to work. Because, you know, I remember when you were younger, you know, my parents would buy you Legos and you didn't know the essence of it, but it was really good. You know, you sit there and you build things.
Yes.
You build with the Legos.
Yes.
And you just build. You keep building. You put it down. You build. You do this. They will buy you. And we didn't know the essence of it. Today, how many kids have been given Legos and all of that to start something up and all of that? Will get cars that are being controlled by remote controls. And when it gets messed up, we try to find means and ways to make it work because we don't want to throw it out. We want to keep it. So we open the control part. We try to make it work. And we used to do that. I don't know how we lost it, but we used to do that. There were, you know, importance to all of these little things. Now, how are we going to fix the STEM? Science, technology, engineering, and the maths. How are we going to fix that into our, you know, our learning process? You know, our learning process.
Yeah, we are putting that in the curriculum.
Now, the people to teach.
And the teachers.
Mm-hmm. The teachers themselves need education.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this program, we went to a moving pick. The teachers were there. The students were there. See, in America, I did a big thing in one big stadium, basketball stadium. I have 5,000 students and the teachers there. And then I would come on and they would put it on a jumbotron, you know, the big screen in the stadium, you know, and the kids would see it. This day, the jumbotron wasn't working. So I told the kids, pull out your cell phones. And the kids pulled out their cell phone and was able to follow that presentation. Google and find out things. They followed it all. When I finished, an 8-year-old girl comes up to me, "Oh, Doc, thank you for inspiring me. I'm going to be a scientist like you."
Wow.
8 years. So this is what we want to do. Put that in the curriculum for the teachers. So the teachers are being trained. As a matter of fact, what we did was watched all over Africa. The president of Rwanda has $72 million into Silicon Valley, Rwanda. So those kind of investment is what we need. Now the whole Africa was watching it. We are bringing the teachers, professors from Togo, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, English and French speaking. They're all coming in to learn so they can go back. Okay. If they need me, I'll do
That's a good initiative.
Exactly.
A good one.
So they take it back and teach. So the kids all over Africa are going to be called immersive learning. Immersive learning. Mm-hmm. They're going to be immersed in the technology.
Doc, I've always imagined, you know, an Africa where our knowledge can cross borders.
Yes.
an Africa where Ghanaian knowledge, it's only technology that can do that.
Yes.
Because we have, different cultures, beliefs, and all that. And that actually becomes a huge barrier when it comes to achieving certain things, or and it becomes a hold-up. But I was looking at an Africa where something can cross borders and then we can still have this language, speak the same language, and that technology.
Yes.
Where you know that it's easy for a Ghanaian to enter Togo, Togo to enter Namibia, Namibia to enter South Africa to Zimbabwe, everywhere, because we understand one particular thing. And I think it is true that we can build Africa to be on that level with other continents, because then if we build together in technology, then we will have development.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? Now, you said something about bringing teachers from Togo, from Ivory Coast, both French-speaking, English-speaking countries to come together. Are our teachers in Ghana going to be trained that well? Sometimes the trainings that we have happens in the capital. It is sad that I have seen a computer, I have seen a laptop, I have seen a mobile phone, but it's sad, it can be a shocker now, but you go to certain areas and they have never seen a laptop.
Yes.
Like you said, Fernando, Fernando had to go
and send
an actual computer to them. I think the concentration should not only be in the capital, but in the rural areas as well.
Yeah, that's important, because even before I came, that's how I brought this notion of sending, the drones, to send medical supplies to these clinics in the rural areas, because number one, like you said, rural areas, you have transportation problems, traffic problems, accidents, flooding, but the drones are flying.
Oh, okay.
So immediately they get the medical supplies for a woman who is giving birth, or medical supplies, so they can inoculate against measles, inoculate these kids. They'll have something semblance to what you can get in Kolebu, in the large hospitals in Ghana. We do that, and we hope that we'll be able to move things very, very quicker, and they'll all be part of it, no matter where you are born.
Ghana, as a country, is rich in agriculture. How is technology going to in that sector?
Well, that's what we call precision agriculture. Precision agriculture. The Israeli Prime Minister used to talk about it. Precision agriculture, and I demonstrated with a commercial drone. The commercial drone, we found a big one. We have about 10 different farms in Ghana. Orange, mangoes, rice, you name it. And the precision agriculture means the drone will fly 5 meters above the farm and say, oh, this place needs fertilizer. And it will use liquid fertilizer.
So it's like a detective. It detects,
detects and acts.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen planes that go up there and then you spray a lot of stuff on it. I was actually talking about how we can use technology to help in the transportation of food from areas having abundance to areas that do not have. Because now our problem...
There are two solutions to that.
Our problem is not that we do not have food.
We have...
It's how to get the food.
Yeah, we are approaching it in 3 ways, baby. One, storage of the food.
Yes.
So we will have storage of the food once we made it. We store it. If it's grains, we're going to store it. If it's mangoes, and we even have trucks that have on-site ability to process the food. If it's mangoes, they can squeeze it and put it in those cartons right there. Okay? If it is, we can process it, and then once we process it, take it to the farms. So you're using precision agriculture to grow more. S.T.E.M. Bank, my friend Boat, who is the chief of S.T.E.M Bank, say, hey, we are going to support you and the Agric ministry with all these kind of finances so you guys can help these precision agriculture. We have 10 farms that we are looking at, you know. And so the drone will fly 5 meters, and we have the ability to have actually identify a tree that has sickness, the swelling shoot disease. Oh, that tree has Google is using that technology. So we can rain down insecticides.
I am very happy that we have found ways, you know, even have plans to start with, you know, to solve these problems, because a lot of times, you know, Indiana what a young kurana sano and a baby and Niani Diana wono bedu baby no na up because intimi and be drew baby won't be processing and tem into napro. But since technology can actually help that processing, you know, storing, most of these things can be done at a place. And then the end product is what we just need to transport, which will all take time. I think it would be good. You know,
yeah, and even that, baby, we can have the fast trains.
Yes. Yes.
Physically, move it quickly. Straight to the places where it's consumed.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Before we wrap up this, you know, I want to ask if we all come together and take this technology serious as a nation. How many years would it give us for us?
Well, for example, the speed train, the SGR, you know, now has embraced it, and we are working with the railway ministry. Now, the SGR can take us 2 years. 2 years. Yes.
If that's we get together.
Yeah, and move it quickly.
Okay.
You know, Kenya did this in 3 years maximum, and the Mensah are riding in it from Mombasa to Nairobi.
2 years.
2 years. We can do the same thing here. You know, basically move it quickly so that we have an SGR train that will get from here to Kumasi in 1 hour instead of 5 hours. From here to Tamale, 4 hours instead of 8 hours. And we go all the way to Burkina Faso.
Wow. All right. I want to say thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us always. Here on the show. Hope to see you some other time. But that's amazing insights, and we support you. And everyone who wants to be a part of it, how can they reach you?
Yes, basically they go on the call Kufuor, my assistant. They go on the Silicon Valley of Ghana website.
Okay.
Okay, and my number is there, and Kufuor's number is there. We can enroll them in the 15 different technical subjects.
Okay.
All areas. They can enroll, we can teach them.
All right.
Everybody.
All right. Thank you very much. Hope to see you some other time.
Thank you.
All right, folks, so we're going to go for a break. When we come back, Max Money continues. We have something very special coming your way. Gaming when it's TCL. Don't go nowhere.
TCL refrigerator. Smart, stay fresh. TCL.
The Serie A. This Sunday, we bring you live action from the Italian Serie A.